other podcasters are pro-black this, HBCU this.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this: that's great. You can cut a check. We know that. You're gonna let us know every time. But as far as you using your platform to actually help the community, you have a very large platform and you use it to tear the community down. You don't get up here and speak positively. You don't get up here and give props for the success. Every time we talk about Black success, y'all, you have something to combat it with, right? Like I heard you even talking about the Sinners movie or just anything that has anything to do with Black progress. It irritates.
What did I say about the Sinners movie?
It irritates you. All I'm saying is, Anton, you can sit here and act like
what did I say about it? What did I say about it?
Act like that you're pro-Black.
What did I say about the Sinners movie?
What I'm saying is this. There's always a harsh critique against Black people, even when they're doing something.
I celebrated it.
Even when they're doing something good.
I celebrated the Sinners movie.
I'm not about
me and Slimmy and Molly had a conversation about it. Slimmy helped me to look at it from a different lens. He said,
"Yeah, Jazz, you always gonna be frustrated when you're dealing with niggas that can't even shut the fuck up and let you." See, usually this is how I know when they be like, "Oh, we really good at debating." No, you're not. Because in debate, you couldn't fucking speak when somebody else speak. They take away points for that, right? You gotta have a certain level of fucking discipline, which clearly the manosphere fucking doesn't have. And ever since Kevin Samuels took that fucking dirt nap, you niggas has been trying to regurgitate his fucking talking points unsuccessfully. And I say it every fucking day as somebody who spoke to Kevin, as somebody who sat on panels with Kevin, right? And Anton, and Tommy, and Angry Man, and any other nigga in the space you can name. You niggas is doing Kevin a disservice. A complete disservice, dog. Spewing the nigga rhetoric without even talking about the shit that he was really talking about. You niggas is goofy. You know who talked about establishing paternity? Kevin. You know who talked about protecting himself? Kevin. You know who said that men shouldn't be worried about women think about and they should always make sure that they good first? Kevin. The only thing you niggas want to do is control these hoes. Pathetic.
Anton, look at the cinematography and all of this. And then I said, you know what, Slimmy? That is
trying to hear that shit, dog.
The Super Bowl, right? Even when it came to the Super Bowl, it was a good moment for Black people, for Blackness. And you had nothing good to say about it and then wanted to say that, oh, you know, that's the time for us to be entertained. If you were really pro-Black, you would understand the reason why he chose that moment to do what he did, right? Because we're all so used to being entertained, and that's all these white people want us to be, right? Just entertaining them, right? A lot of the times you assimilate a lot with their rhetoric and with their mindset. So just because you can cut a check, it's a racist company right now cutting checks for Black people every day. That doesn't mean that they appreciate and value Black people. I don't think that you do. Just because you have some Black women that fuck with you.
That's a super valid point.
Can I ask you a question?
Racist companies that's definitely cutting checks for niggas.
Can
that's
you rewind
a super valid point. And we can't say that that's not true, because I got Black people coming to me and say, don't shop at Amazon, don't shop at motherfucking Target, don't shop at all these places, right? Because of DEI, because we feel like they're racist. So let's keep going, man. No need to have a conversation about that one. Good fucking point, A.
They probably also have egregious things to say about Black women and Black people as a collective. You sit here and you try to deny racism every day. You make it seem like that when we bring up these irrefutable facts about systemic racism, that we're all just playing the victim. But you don't ever have the smoke for the people that actually put it in place and designed it like this. This has been literally, and you say you know law and the government, then how don't you know about COINTELPRO? How don't you know about all these things that...
He's a fucking C student. Y'all let this nigga convince y'all that he's smart?
He said it.
It's almost like when we show y'all the proof, some people just choose to. Queen Sheba been exposed this. This nigga is stupid. This nigga was broke before Kevin Samuels hopped on the Peace Network. That's a fact. Anybody here want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I got a question.
I know who don't want me to talk about it. Anton fucking Daniels.
I do have a question, and I've been trying to get an answer. And what's ironic is I could not get a straight answer when I was on this panel. Can anybody explain to me what a white person can do that we cannot?
We're gonna say that for after because I don't want to distract from what she's saying, but I will answer that.
Well, no, she just said that. She just kind of just was she was gonna get into that. But
the last thing she said was how you go to college, but you don't know about COINTELPRO. I play it.
Has been literally, and you say you know law and the government, then how don't you know about COINTELPRO? How don't you know about all these things that the government literally put into design to keep Black people at a disadvantage in this country? So
Jess,
all
why don't you tell white people that?
Then it does go with what I'm asking.
Anton.
Who are the white
All I
people
do is-
about
all I do
your
is bring these
issues? Why are you
things up.
telling us like,
All I
like
do
we're
is-
not black?
All I do is bring these things up, right? Because
Go
we
to
have a
white
very
panels
large
and bring it up to
platform.
them. That's
So
your
like
issue.
I was saying, all you do, when I try to bring these things up, I get called a victim. That's not showing me love. You're saying that I'm not the one that doesn't listen to people's perspectives. Every time I bring up the perspective of what really is going on today as far as white people and black people in this country, you cutting me off. You calling me a victim. You're not open to hearing none of that. But you are open to hearing and spewing a lot of white supremacist rhetoric. So you're not even saying, you're not even standing on who you are. And just because you cut a check, that means nothing, babe.
You
But
know,
it's not about you. You're waiting for
no, no,
reparations, so it means something. For people waiting for reparations, getting cut a check means something. So I don't know why you're
But
asking.
you know what's so,
Reparations is
you
not
know what's so
about just the
interesting
individual
about it though?
check. It's
But you
about
waiting on the check to
Hold
get
on,
cut.
hold on.
Jazz, you gotta let it reply.
That's how low-minded
The person that's always talking about getting cut off, somehow you keep on ending back up on the platform. Because if that was the case, then I wouldn't even have you back. First of all. Secondly, you get more talk
It's a
time.
clear reason why you have me here, and it ain't because you like me like that.
Well, hold on.
You get hella money when my name gets thrown in these super
Hold
chats.
on, Jazz. Anton doesn't pick the panels.
Oh, I understand that, but he just said that he can determine.
Hello, did the sound go out?
Did the audio go out?
Yeah, I think the audio went out.
That's why I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But
Oh, shit,
everybody
is
knows
my
the reason
stuff
why
y'all
messed
can
up?
hear
Hold on a
it?
second. Nah, we can hear it.
Hold on.
Like,
Y'all
come
can
on.
hear what
Nah.
was just said on the panel?
That
No,
towards the
the
end.
audio cut out.
I mean, I know what she said because I was there, but like, nah.
Okay, no, I can go back to exactly where I was. And because I do want to play that point. Right. So let's go ahead and go back to it.
About schools, they use the property taxes to help.
Not this point.
Black people as a collective. You sit here and you try to deny racism every day.
I'm assuming y'all can hear it now.
Yeah, we did.
You make it seem like that when we bring up these irrefutable facts about systemic racism, that we're all just playing the victim. But you don't ever have the smoke for the people that actually put it in place and designed it like this. This has been literally, and you say you know law and the government, then how don't you know about COINTELPRO? How don't you know about all these things that the government literally put into design to keep black people at a disadvantage in this country? So
Jazz,
all
why
I
don't you
do is
tell white
bring these
people
things.
that then?
All I do is bring these things up, Anton.
Who are the white
All I
people
do is- all I
about
do
your
is bring these
issues? Why are you
things up.
telling us like,
All I
like
do
we're
is-
not black?
All I do is bring these things up.
Bring it up to them. That's
So
your
like I
issue.
was saying, so like I was saying.
Well. Who do we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this gentleman is, then you haven't been watching Anton long enough. Sac Passe, I know you know who Chicago Rilla is.
Sir.
Chicago Rilla was one of the people that was originally on Lapeef Network. I'm in Illinois. I've been trying to link up with you for so long, Chicago Rilla, but I invite you to the panel now because I know the one thing I can say about Rilla in our conversations online and offline is that he has always defended black women and he has always stood 10 toes down. And maybe he won't say against the manosphere, but he don't believe in the rhetoric that they was pushing. So again, welcome, Chicago Rilla. We do appreciate
Chicago
your
Rilla.
Now, can you hear me or no?
In his question, he says, what can white people do that black people can't? Capitalize on 400 years head start their predecessors created for them. Some of you honestly believe in this mediocrity. So he's right.
Meritocracy.
Oh, sorry, meritocracy.
So that's
I'm
meritocracy.
guys. Thank you. Maybe you said that. But Chicago Rilla is right. He's saying that white people get to capitalize on a 400-year head start. Do anybody here disagree with what Chicago Rilla said?
Yeah.
So what is your disagreement about Chicago Rilla's statement?
There's nothing that a white person, an Asian person, a Hispanic person, a Mexican can do that I can't do. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So that makes Chicago Rilla's statement about capitalizing on a 400-year head start invalid?
That's a non sequitur.
Okay, so
there's nothing that they can do that I can't do.
White people have to fight in order to vote?
Do they have to? I don't have to fight to vote.
Not anymore. But did we have to fight in order to be considered a human being?
Yes.
Okay, so that's part of what Chicago Rilla is talking.
Can I vote?
Have to fight? No. Did we have to
I
fight
can't?
in order to get our vote?
Of course.
Okay then. So
But you guys aren't
we had
answering the
such
question.
things as so we had such things as the civil rights movement,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Crow, and now we have systemic racism or CRT or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So
We're gonna
that's the head start that they're talking about.
Okay. So
have-
what can I do? So again, what can't I do that a white person, an Asian person can do?
hold on before we go
Today.
get to that again. We're gonna go back to the video. Cause I still want to hear
No one wants to
the
answer.
debate, right?
You think is
And
the answer?
if Chicago really want to come up, he welcome to come up to debate that point.
saying all you do when I try to bring these things up, I get called a victim. That's not showing me love. You're saying that I'm not the one that doesn't listen to people's perspectives. Every time I bring up the perspective of what really is going on today as far as white people and black people in this country, you cutting me off. You calling me a victim. You're not open to hearing none of that. But you are open to hearing and spewing a lot of white supremacist rhetoric. So you're not even standing, you're not even standing on who you are. And just because you cut a check, that means nothing, babe.
But it's not about you. You're waiting for reparations, so it means something. For people waiting for reparations, getting cut a check means something. So I don't know why you're
But
asking.
you know what's so interesting about it though?
But you waiting on the check to get cut.
Hold on.